All right, let's get this party started.
I did not say that.
I don't know. Are you good? All right. Well, good evening, everybody. All right. We're here to celebrate the accomplishments of these wonderful young women, plus a few over here. All right. And girls that are over here already know what to expect from me now. Some of you younger girls might not know, but the first thing that you're going to do as we start our ceremony tonight is your favorite part. Girls, stand up for me and go find the people that brought you here. Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa. Go give them a big hug and tell them thank you.
Love you.
All right. Put them in class. Quiet down, class. So the work that we get to do as coaches is not possible without all of the people that just got to receive those hugs. I listed down some of the things that I noticed this year that parents were able to do to help our players. Fundraising, working the car wash, washing the cars after the girls washed them to make sure they were actually clean. Working camp, checking in kids at camp, stocking and working the concession stand, taking tickets, fixing the goals while we were practicing, running the clock, announcing, yelling at the refs when the coaches have already been cautioned that we're not allowed to anymore. Laundry, snack runs, late night hospital trips, driving these kids everywhere except for all the ones that now can drive themselves, which I'm sure you're very glad that they can do. And on and on and on, all the things that you do. We can't coach unless you all are doing all those things. So thank you so much for all the work that you do for your own kid, but also for all your adopted children, because I know that we have a lot of parents that end up taking other kids home, bringing them to practice, letting them stay at your house, all the things that you do behind the scenes that make our season successful. Before we talk about all the great things that happened with the JV girls team this year, I want to say a shout out to my family who didn't get to come tonight because my son was super cranky today. We didn't think that this was going to be a good place for him. But they stay at home while I'm with these girls all season long. And it's really difficult for us, but it's really awesome that they let me come and hang out and have all these other girls be a part of my family. And so I'm really glad that they're able to do that for me. So let's talk some stats. The 2021 FDHS girls JV soccer team had 11 different goal scorers, put in 39 goals in the back of the net. All right, we had 7 different girls log assists with a total of 18 assists. So yeah. 9 shutouts. And only gave up 3 goals for the entire season. Right, and those also all happened to be at the beginning in the first 3 games when I was still trying to figure out where everybody goes. So you can blame all of those on me. All right, and then we're good. We won our group in the Smoky Mountain Cup. And last but not least, obviously, a perfect 12-0 undefeated season. So when I talk, I always say that the JV program is about skill building and preparing girls for the varsity level. At some point, each of you is going to be needed at the varsity team, and we want to get you ready for that, whether it's next year, whether it was this year, whether it's when you're a senior, whenever that happens, we want you to be ready for that. So the JV program is so much about just getting you better as an individual. But man, it sure is exciting when every day I get to go home and talk about winning and not losing. I'm enjoying that. So girls, it was so wonderful to work with you all this season and just watch you improve from day one. When we got together in the summer until the point where I watched your final game from my bedroom, it was just wonderful to watch you improve each and every day. So every year we ask our players to vote on superlatives. The coaches do not vote on these, so please don't judge me for the things I'm about to say. If you want to blame someone, blame them. But if as I give you an award here, a superlative, right? What I want you to do, girls, is stand up and enact the thing that awarded you that award. Okay? So first off, we have Best Dressed, which was Gabby Barnes. All right, Best Smile is a 3-way tie between Ellie, Kate, and Ashley. Best Tiki-Taki is Kate. Is that what you do on your TikToks? It's so great. You just stand up and sit down? Are you always so embarrassed on your phone when you record yourself? All right, funniest is Jordan. The first time I met JoJo, she forgot her name. Most loyal is Avery. Craziest is Ashley and Trixie. Apparently Trixie takes entire chickens to school. Best dancer is JoJo and Anna. Biggest flirt is Ellie and Kate. Sorry, parents. Best attitude, Gabby Dobson. Most curious, Trixie. I agree with that. Most studious, Piper. Most likely to get in a fight, Maddie. Most likely to get a yellow card, Ella. You should be proud, Dad. Most superstitious, Veda. Best teammate, Savannah. Best goal, Sally, Hadley. Wait. I don't know what it is. You gotta show us. What is it? Best hugger, Sophie. Best roller coaster rider, Veda. Clumsiest, Kate. Biggest crier, Ella. Biggest troublemaker, Ashley. Ashley, did you make Ella cry? Is that why they put you here? Coach's favorite, I think this is referring to this coach and not this one necessarily, but Anna. And best hair is me. So honestly, the only one I'm really sure about is the last one. I know that one's absolutely. All right, and so now for some awards that look cool on your mantel place, or you can like hang it up on the wall in your house and like brag about everybody that comes in, but look what I got, you don't have it. All right, and girls, if we could afford to buy one of these for each and every one of you, we would, but they're not free, so we didn't. All right, first up, offensive MVP. Offensive MVP. I got this for it. You're good. All right, this award is given to the person who led the team in points from goals and assists, and it was actually very close this year. We had 4 players with 5 or more goals, and we had 4 players with at least 3 assists. Our recipient this year closed out the season with a total of 7 goals and 4 assists. She was a menace in the midfield or as a striker, and has a bright future in front of her. Sure, she has moments where she daydreams or forgets how to run a set piece, but she makes up for it with her energy and passion to succeed on the field. So let's give a big round of applause for our 2021 Offensive MVP, JoJo Williams. Jojo, do you need to come up and give a speech? No. Oh no! Spoil the fun. No one else saw it. You didn't even notice. Do it again.
Big dog.
All right, defensive MVP. This award could have gone to multiple different players this year, and it was a tough choice. Julia knows it is. But in the end, the player receiving this did so because she's a lockdown defender that will do anything to help her team. She turned a lot of heads this year from other coaches and teammates and varsity players that saw what she could do with her solid defending day in and day out. When attacker came her way, she was always confident that she was going to win the battle at the outside back position. She's a big reason for those 9 shutouts, which another shout out to all our players that played defense this year for 9 shutouts. Yeah. I know that this girl wants to make the jump to varsity next year and make waves across the city with her passion and her skill. And I don't have a doubt that she can do it. So let's give a big round of applause for our 2021 Defensive Player of the Year, Avery King. Coaches Award. This award is given to the player that coaches can trust to do whatever we need. When the four of us were discussing this award this year, it was an easy choice because this player literally did whatever we asked her to. When we started the summer, we didn't really know how great this player was going to be for us. But when we asked her to try playing keeper, even after she was recovering from a broken arm, she was all about helping her team. Whether it was in the goal or on the field, Rachel Franklin gives it all for her team. And we're glad that you became our go-to keeper this season. We're so grateful for your flexibility and easygoing attitude. So let's give a big shout out to Rachel Franklin. All right, this is really the big one for me as a JV coach, the most improved player. Because like I said earlier, that's what this program is about. It's about getting them better. So this is always a favorite for me to give out. We want each and every player that comes into our program to improve. And so it's really hard to choose, hey, who improved the most, right? But this year, this girl, I know from the beginning of the summer, wanted to be a part of the varsity program. She's never said it to me. She never complained when she didn't make the varsity team, but I know that that was a goal for her. And so she knew that that meant she had to work extra hard and make herself better so that next year, that's something that she could do. And I tell you what, she became a force to be reckoned with at the outside midfield position. She would blow by players and serve up balls every single game that allowed her teammates to get in position to score. She finished with 1 goal and 3 assists, plus she created many more chances and won plenty of defensive battles. And what I really loved is when I told her, hey, I need you to go be in charge of the center of the midfield, and I got this look like, Coach, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I figured out my spot. I'm good at my spot. Why are you putting me somewhere else? But then you went in, you did exactly what I needed you to do and what your team needed you to do so that we could win games. You didn't miss a beat. So you earned your teammates' respect, you earned your coaches' respect, and you actually were eventually named a captain. So big round of applause to the 2021 Most Improved Player, Ellie Nash. All right. Last but not least, MVP, Most Valuable Player. So this player is not the same kid that we saw last year. I feel like there is an enormous jump between year 1 and year 2 for this player. And part of that, I believe, was because she decided she wanted to be a field player instead of a goalkeeper. It kind of reminds me of, well, fun. It kind of reminds me of another player that may be sitting over here that used to be a keeper and that decided she wanted to be a really good field player. And so this player just was amazing for us this year. It didn't matter where we put her. Put her in a goal, put her in center back, put her in the midfield, put her up top. Doesn't matter. She's going to make things happen. Never complained about minutes, never complained about positioning, never complained about anything to me. Became a captain, the first captain, actually, of this team this year. Earned her teammates' respect. 7 goals. Some of those goals started in her defensive half. And she dribbled past the entire team. And then we had to tell her not to do that anymore, even though it looked great. So, enormous round of applause for the MVP for the JV 2021 Savannah Hughes. All right, before we get this box out, you all can start pulling them now. I just want to give out a shout out to the parents who, when I was quarantined at my house and I was super depressed to be missing out on a lot of big events for our team, our 50th win as a program, senior night, a game against my alma mater in Somerset, and then win number 12 in the perfect undefeated season for the JV girls. I had a lot of parents that reached out to me, checked on me, sent us money for food, Let me sit in the stands with you and listen to the crazy things that you all yell from the stands. And I promise I wasn't judging you, okay, about what you said. I was trying to focus on the tiny little girls on the screen. And so I just want to thank you all so much for that support, because if I didn't have that, and I was just stuck at home not knowing what was going on, I would have been texting Grace nonstop on the sideline and make her text me back or something. I don't know what I would have done. It would have been crazy. And then a big thanks to these coaches, obviously, for finishing out our undefeated season while I was gone, and for all the different conversations that we were able to have this year. But because we had an undefeated season, which has never happened in our JV program before, and may never happen again because you all are just that awesome, okay? We decided that you all deserved something extra special. So, am I just going to open it and show them what it is? I haven't seen anything. So we got you something. You don't have to open yours all up here, but we're gonna have you all come up here in just a second and get yours off the table. It says FDHS JV Girls Soccer 2021 Smoky Mountain Cup JV Champions 2021 first. Oh, where's Coach Emily? First undefeated JV season 12-0. All right. So all of you are doing that. So if you want to come up and find your name on the table, and then maybe you can stand over here and hold your boxes up and take a picture.
Good job, girls.
And girls, when you open it, it has a little stand on the back that you will probably drop on the floor. Careful.
I got mine already.
Gabby. So girls, kind of turn around and take a little picture. Miss Stephanie's going to take your picture right there. Say 12-0. Wow. Good job, Steve. So we're going to take a quick restroom intermission before Coach Megan's 20-page speech. So if you need to pee, now's your chance, girls.
Not the intermission, the speech. Let's talk a lot.
I really do. I have seen it 3 times. If I did,
Okay, sorry, that was a mess. Yeah, I didn't take it. He's like very. There's still so much. How was your hand? No, because I couldn't like any person.
They'll be like, I didn't. Oh, no.
I know, it's like, I won't get actually trying to
Is that better? right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Kylie needs to get home. Fast as I can, Kylie. I just keep anything you have over here. All right, here we go. Bear with me, it's going to be long. So, Chris warned you, go to the bathroom if you have to go. Oh, welcome back. Coaching staff, they got tossed already. They have their cards up here on the table.
Red card, where's the red card? What's new?
It's right there. All right, varsity crew, here we go. So this year, record of 14-4-3, ended up second in the region. Go ahead, you can cheer for that. All right, coming into this year, we really had no idea what this was going to bring. Right, Haley? Coach Chris and I had lots of conversations during kick-arounds, preseason, first week of the season, mid-season. Terry says mid-season. Okay. No. Obviously, last year with the shortened COVID season, and this year not knowing what was going to happen, we're just hoping that we got a good season in for these kids, because last year was just so very, very hard and tough, and it wasn't normal. It really wasn't that great for any of us. So we were just really hoping this year that we could have a as normal-ish season that we could have, and for the most part we did. So that was good. Let's see, we lost a ton of seniors last year, and we had to replace them. We knew the pieces were going to be hard to fit. We had to move people into some spots where they weren't so comfortable playing. But for the most part, everybody bought in, and we ended up finding some good pieces towards the end of the year. Haley, I'm going to make you move if you don't stop laughing. You're right in front of me. You two are going to have to be tossed. So anyways, we started off a little bit rough. This was a scrappy bunch of kids, and whenever we talked about this season, and when other parents would talk about it, and other fans from other teams, they just said that this team just fought and fought and fought, and found ways to tie and found ways to win games. We went on a 6-week run, 14 games without a loss. Starting after we lost those 2 games in Fayette County Spectacular, we went on quite a run. And the girls laughed at me and didn't really realize it at the time that for those 6 weeks I had a lot of my superstitions that didn't change for 6 weeks. So I was finally able to get off of some of those weird things that I did, and even though I didn't want to. But it was a good run. It doesn't happen often in this game, and so you all should be proud of that. I'm just going to run through briefly some of our games, not all of them, but just a little brief history of the season so you can kind of see where we started and where we finished. Once again, we played a tough schedule, lots of ranked teams. This year we achieved our highest ranking in the state in program history, so you all should be proud of that. Started off with 2 good scrimmages. We looked really well, scored a lot of goals. Moved some people around and found some homes for some people, so that was a good start. Fayette County Spectacular, we started out well against Tate's Creek, and then we hit a wall against a pretty good and pretty physical Campbell County team. And so looking back at that game and looking back at Campbell County, I probably shouldn't have been as upset with you all as I was. So I'm sorry. But the next one, I'm not sorry about being upset with you all. We faced GRC again after we had beat them in a scrimmage, and we just decided not to show up for that one. So I'm still not happy about that one. So, but that's fine. I got over it. Gatlinburg, once again, we weren't sure what was going to happen, who we were going to face. They bumped us up again in brackets, and so we don't know what we're going to get. So we tell the girls all the time when we go down there, it's just a chance to play different competition that we're not normally going to see, and that's all that we cared about, was getting better and just having them a chance to step outside of our normal routine and see some other players and other teams. Still trying to figure things out. First 2 games we played decently. Third game didn't play so great, but came back and found a tie. Somehow dug it out and found a tie, but what just wasn't enough. And I know a lot of y'all were upset because a lot of y'all have not been down to Gatlinburg and experienced not winning a championship there. But honestly, it doesn't really matter that much in the scheme of things. It was a good experience. We go there for team building and we go there to play other teams. And so it ended up being a pretty good weekend overall. Lafayette, good team, great players. We knew it was going to be a tough game. The girls, we asked some of them to do some very different things in that game, and they executed our game plan really, really well. They came out strong and ended up tying that team. It's a very, very good team. If some of you parents don't know their players that well, you should know one of them. She's been all over the paper. So we did a good job against them, and I was proud of their efforts that game. First district game against Henry Clay. Definitely a gut check game. Went down in the first minute, 30 seconds. Fought to come back and win that game. Probably one of the most exciting games in the program history. Followed that up with a couple more district wins, and we won't speak about the other one, but we did end up winning the regular season district title. So you should be happy about that, girls. Okay, then we faced some nice teams, some teams outside of our region, and came back with a couple wins from teams from Northern Kentucky. So it's good to see them and be able to play some tough teams there. Then we faced a tough West Jess team. It jumped up on us early, and that just turned into an interesting game. Down 0-2 with 17 minutes to go, we lose one of our players, and but our girls didn't fold. They actually used that as big motivation, and that game kind of defines what this whole season and this team has been about. In 17 games, lose one of our players, you should say, overthrow the towel and we're done. That was it. I actually told Chris that I was going to pull the girls off the field because I just didn't want to risk anybody else getting hurt. But we didn't. They stayed on the field and came back and ended up tying that game as well. So, woo! We wrapped up this season with a few more good region wins and a couple solid wins on senior night and to wrap up the home schedule. So it was a good overall regular season schedule that we ended up doing quite well, girls. So you should not be upset about that at all. District tournament, we came in as the #1 seed, facing Sayre. They were fairly confident after beating us in PKs the first time, and they knew that they would have to pack it in, putting 8 or 9 in the box against us, and that's what they did again. We knew they were the better team, and after I've watched the film way too many times, it still baffles me how the game ended and how we just didn't come on top. They did exactly what we asked of them, possessed brilliantly, connecting 8, 9, 10 passes at a time. Controlling the game, we outshot them 18-4. It came up super unlucky in PKs the second time. It's a fortunate way to go out, as we all knew that we had a good shot to make a good run in the postseason. But as you all know, you play this game for a long time, that sometimes this game is cruel, and that's what it was to us that night. And oftentimes the better team doesn't win. So that's a season wrap up. We're going to go into just talking about some positions instead of bringing you all up as classes. We're going to talk about you all in positional groups this time. Des is going to talk about our goalkeepers and defenders.
All right, so I took a class at Center once about public speaking, but I wouldn't say I had perfect attendance. This isn't really what I was built for, but I'll try my best, right? So growing up as a defender, I took a lot of pride in working with that group and a little bit of the goalkeepers, mainly just messing around with them in warm-ups before the game. But it was special this year to work with that group. I knew a lot of them were coming in. Maybe they hadn't always played that position, or maybe it was new, and maybe we were going from a 4-back to a 3. And it was special to work with that group before games and get to know them on a personal level and see them develop. And it was a lot of fun. There were a couple games where I think they surprised not only me and the coaching staff, but themselves as well with their ability and their skill set. And you could see a confidence rising in them. And that's something as coaches you try to instill, not only in you guys as players, but as you guys and young women. So to see your confidence growing throughout the year was special. And it was a blast. Like personally, this was my first year coaching at the high school level. I had always been coaching in club. So this will always be a memory for me that I will hold, and maybe in 10 years when I look back, I'll think to my first class or my first year in high school ball, and I'll be thinking of each and every one of you. So personally, it was something to remember for me, and I was really proud of what we got through this year. Stop looking at me, Haley. Where's the cards? And on that note, personally, I'm proud to say I only got 2 cards this year? Yeah. So that was special as well. We'll see what happens next year. So unlike some of my fellow coach, I will be here next year. So I'm excited to get to work, especially with some of the girls that are coming up. Some of the junior class I've had since they were eating orange slices at halftime. So I'll be excited to see them finish out some of their soccer careers. Seniors, thank you guys for an unbelievable experience. Defenders and my goalkeepers, thank you guys for an unbelievable experience. And let's just keep this train rolling, all right? Thank you.
That's great. That was great.
I took a couple classes, all right?
All right, I got the midfielders. Somebody kick her out of here. So this group is probably our hardest working group on the field, working their tails off. Most people don't see a lot of the importance that they have on the field. If they're not scoring or not assisting, sometimes we don't think that they're doing anything. They're asked to defend and attack. It's the most tiring position on the field. They're expected to play box to box. Outside midfielders are asked to defend fast and skilled players, as well as use their speed and skill to contribute on our offensive side. Center mids are asked to control the game, both on the offensive and defensive side. This position is tough because every game is so very different depending on how the team is playing. They oftentimes have to change their focus during the game, which is difficult as we don't have timeouts and can't reset everything. They just come out and say, "Coach, bleep, fix this." Then we have to adjust. Many times we play different formations where we had 3, 4, 5, 6 midfielders at one time. This is my group, and they're one of the most hardworking groups on the field, and I'm very proud of their efforts this year. So if you were a midfielder, pat yourself on the back. All right, forwards. You guys get Coach Kennedy.
First of all, I don't have anything to say because Megan texted me last night at like 10. I was in Nashville for the game, so I did not prepare anything, but Megan wrote down a little something so I can just read that. We lost a lot of scoring from last year, and this group had to set up and be targets on the attack. Very true. We used a lot of players to fill different roles in several different formations. These players work very hard to create opportunities and give us goal-scoring chances. We have been known around the region as the corner kick team, and this year was no different. That was fun practice when we were doing this. The girls showed composure and trust as we introduced them to some new plays that looked great. The offense tailed 57 goals for this year. Woo! But
Emma, do you want to give us a little twist and shout? Okay, now for some of the fun stuff. All right, so varsity, you also have your superlatives coming. And once again, coaches did not vote on these, so if you're going to get upset, blame each other, okay? Okay, so best hair. Coach. You can stand up too if you want.
I gotta take it down again?
Okay, best dressed, Sydney and Olivia. Best smile, Sydney and Kylie. Best TikTok, Ava. Okay, Ava, funniest, Ava. I don't know. Most loyal, Kendall. Craziest, Maddie and Emma. Best dancers, Haley and Ava. Best attitude, Brittany. Most curious, AG and Maria. Coach Chris agrees. Most studious, Julianne. Biggest flirt. Y'all want to say it? Sorry, James. Most likely to get in a fight, Emma. Stay standing, Emma. Most likely to get a yellow card. Most superstitious, Emily and Coach Megan. Best teammates, Kendall and Kylie. Best goal celebration, Haley. Clumsiest, AG and Molly.
Don't stand up, you might fall.
No, don't stand, she might fall down. Biggest crier, Emily. Best roller coaster rider, Taryn and Coach Kennedy. Best hugger, Coach Des. Coach's favorite, Hannah. Last, but I don't know about this kid. Biggest troublemaker. Sorry. I didn't do it.
They don't even have to announce your name.
All right. Now we move on to our Academic All-State Awards. This year we have 27 players receiving this distinction. Okay, so to qualify this, y'all come up and get them after I'm done and read your name. So to qualify this, players must be in high school, so middle school kids, we check your grades, so we know you did very well, but unfortunately you have to be in high school to qualify for this. So next year, all of our middle school kids. That's right. The first team, you have to have a minimum GPA of a 3.75. And then for honorable mention, you have to have a minimum GPA of a 3.25. All right, first team recipients are Haley, Brittany, Sydney, Gabby Dobson, Julianne, Marisol, Olivia, Avery, Kendall, Anna Grace, Kylie, of course, Hannah, Ellie, Ava, Maggie, Molly, Riley, and Ann, who's not here. Okay, our honorable mention girls, Taryn, Rachel, Faith, Emma, Emily, Angel, Jojo, Savannah, and Grace. I don't want her back. We'll pass her, coach. Okay.
You asked so many questions.
Next, we have our letters and bars. This year, we have 11 players that earned their varsity letters. Proud of these players for their dedication to improving and the determination to make the varsity roster. This year, we have 3 freshmen. Come on up when I call you. Maddie, JoJo, and Savannah. Don't lose them, please.
Maddie will.
Leave them here.
Yeah, don't.
One sophomore, Ava. 6 juniors, Emma. Kendall. Maria. Marisol. Molly. Riley. We have Ann's, but she's not here, but I have it. So, Ann. Congrats, girls. Let Chris clean up a little bit. All right, let's move into the awards. This year, my first one is Most Improved. This award goes to the player that showed the greatest improvements on the field from the first day of preseason through the end of the season. This player improved technically and tactically. She became more confident in her play and was therefore a more successful player, a player that her teammates could count on when they needed her most. She became a consistent player on the back line, offering a calming sense under pressure. She played in all 21 games, learned a new position, and improved each game. We hope you continue to improve and look forward to watching you grow as both a player and a person. Congratulations, Brittany Byron. The next one is our Rising Bronco Award. This award is given to a player that is new to the varsity team and has shown an immediate impact on and off the field. It goes to the player that demonstrates hard work, dedication, and represents our program well in the classroom and in the community. This player worked her way into earning several minutes of play off the bench to bring us that spark and energy. This player has tremendous potential, and we are excited to watch what she will do over the next 3 years. We look forward to her future as a Bronco. Congratulations, Maddie Merriweather. Okay, the next one is our Coaches Award. This award goes to the player that demonstrated many qualities that the coaches wanted to instill in the players. This player was consistent the entire season, played hard, never backed down to tough competition, never quit no matter what the score was, and did everything we asked her to do, even when she wasn't getting the minutes that she wanted. She became a real leader on and off the field, both vocally and physically. She is always encouraging and supporting her teammates no matter what. Thank you for being a great teammate and always being coachable for the last 4 years. Congratulations, Angel Wade. Okay, the next award, Defensive Player of the Year. This year, we have something a little bit different. Okay, we have two. We have co-defensive players of the year. The first award goes to the player that was a force on defense, stopping several very good opponents from scoring. This player made numerous outstanding defensive plays throughout the year. She kept us in many games by her outstanding saves. She became a vocal leader both on and off the field. Stopped one of the greatest PKs to guys win the Hillary Clinton. We will certainly miss that pink jersey next year. Congratulations, Taryn Crisco. The second Defensive Player of the Year award goes to the player that does not get much praise for her defensive role. She played a very tough position, which can be very confusing and tiring as you are consistently chasing down attacking players in the middle of the field. Sometimes she seems lost and confused, and most of the time it's warranted, but we also blame it on the position that she plays. This player did a great job anchoring the defense in the middle of the field as well as contributed to the offensive side. We will miss your free kicks next year. Congratulations, Emily Unson. Next, we have Offensive Player of the Year. This award goes to the player that led the offense in total points this season. She played in all 21 games, leading the team with 17 goals and 7 assists. She can score from anywhere on the field, including a knack for finding the goal and corner kicks. She was asked to do many different things on the field this year, including matching up with many good opposing midfielders, which oftentimes made it quite difficult to get clean shots off. She is a leader on the field, and the team responds to her energy and excitement. We will certainly miss those goal celebrations. Congratulations, Haley Buckman. All right, next we have Most Valuable Player. This year we have 2 players that are deserving of this award. The award goes to the players that demonstrated consistent effort and effective play throughout the season. Whether we're playing on the back line, sometimes because I wanted to teach them a lesson, or up top, these 2 would play wherever we felt that the team would benefit the most. They were asked to man-mark good players and had a very difficult task of trying to shut them down. They had to be a force on the defensive end, but also be playmakers. These 2 players combined for 30 goals and 13 assists, carrying the offensive load this year. These 2 players had a fantastic season, giving their all while fighting off injuries. We will miss everything you both brought to this program. Congratulations, Haley Buckman and Hannah Munson. right, the next one is our Golden Bronco Award. This award was created the first season for our inaugural program and will be given out every year. This award's criteria includes all aspects of what it means to be a great representative of our soccer program on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. We use the acronym BRONCO to help describe what this award entails. The B stands for being active in the community, the R stands for being responsible and respectful, the O stands for being outstanding in the classroom, the N stands for being noble and having high moral standards, the C stands for having a championship mentality, and the final O stands for being outstanding on the field. The player receiving this award has worked with many service projects throughout her career. She has represented her teammates in her school with respectful and responsible behavior. She has maintained at least all A's and B's throughout her career. She has worked hard and shown her desire to be successful and lead her team on the field. She has done anything and everything that we've asked of her this season, even after battling numerous nagging injuries. Even when she has not produced the stats that she wanted, she was not discouraged and pushed others to become better players and people. She has supported her teammates both on and off the field, and we are very happy to have a student athlete like her in our soccer program. She has paved the pathway that we want and expect from our student athletes. We will miss your effort and leadership. Congratulations, Kylie Morgan. Okay, next we have the Iron Bronco, and usually Coach Adam gives this one away, so I'll do it for him. This award is given to the player that exemplifies excellence in our strength and conditioning off-season and preseason. Last year we were not able to have our off-season workouts. However, this player has shown great improvement and desire to improve in the fitness aspect of the game. Her hard work over the summer put her in a good position to be physically prepared for the rigorous season. Her fitness level during preseason was a gauge for other players to try to reach as she set the bar high. We look forward to watching you continue your commitment to the strength and conditioning aspects of the game. Congratulations, Julianne Fisher. Okay, so normally we have the giant weightlifter trophy, but it's on back order. So Julianne, show them all what you got. It's a little finger weightlifting thing. There's little barbells and things there. But it's coming, Julianne, so we'll get it to you.
All right, this year we've got a new award to give to a senior that shows outstanding academic successes. The girls know that I'm a stickler for their grades because when I went to school, I wasn't good enough to get an athletic scholarship, but I was good enough to get an academic scholarship, as was this player. The recipient this year has held a minimum GPA of 4.0 for her career. She's won several honors, including AP awards. She was a Governor's Scholar participant. She was recently awarded the Presidential Scholarship, earning a full academic scholarship for 4 years at the University of Kentucky. She has most certainly accomplished high accolades in the classroom, and we wish her the best in her academic career. Congratulations, Hannah Muncie.
Okay, now we have some awards that these players receive outside of our program. These are voted on by other coaches in the city and in the region. And most of y'all already know these because they were announced, but we actually have the awards now. So, the first one is Brittany Byland. She received Region 11 Honorable Mention and All City Honorable Mention. Next, we have Kylie Morgan. She received the Smoky Mountain Cup All-Tournament Team and All-City Honorable Mention. Next, Emily. Region 11 Honorable Mention, All-City Honorable Mention. Next is Hannah. Smoky Mountain Cup All-Tournament Team, 42nd District All-Tournament Team, Region 11 First Team, All-City Second Team. Haley Buckman is last. Maybe she'll put her shoes back on. 42nd District All-Tournament Team, Region 11 First Team, All-City First Team, All-State East Second Team. All right, seniors, here we go. Okay, Ann is not here, but Ann joined our team this year for the first season. She jumped right in, helped us out as a backup goalkeeper, even though she kept telling us that she was a field player, whether we believed her or not. She swore that she was, but we said, hey, we need you to help out on the goalkeeper side. But on senior night, she wanted to score so bad. She worked so hard. But she was a tremendous kid, a tremendous student. She always helped out. She worked our camp this summer for us. She was always last to help pick up. She wasn't last because she was slow to get off the field. I'm talking about on the field, girls. What are you talking about? Like, Haley's always last to get off the field because she dilly-dallies. Ann is always last because she's picking up after you all, unless you all leave off the field. Yes, very true. So Ann was a great teammate, and we're glad that she joined our program. All right, Taryn. Taryn has been a member of the varsity team for 3 years and a captain for 1. Taryn became quite the goalkeeper after teaching herself the game of soccer from playing FIFA. She has been consistent and a player we can rely on, whether she was a starter or coming in when a player got injured. Taryn's personality suits her well to play the goalkeeper position. It takes a certain type of quirkiness and no-fear attitude to play the goalkeeper role. She has saved us many times and kept us in games simply because she did not want to lose. Taryn was a great team captain this year and really became a leader and fun teammate to be around. Taryn, thank you for the many laughs, sharing your sunglasses with me, and being a rock in the goal. We are proud of the player that you have become and can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Congratulations. Next, Angel. Angel has been a member of the varsity team for 4 years. Even though Angel tried to quit a couple times, it's okay. She's been a consistent player throughout her career, and we were so glad she continued to play. Angel always asks us coaches how we were doing and how our days are going. She truly cares about others. She has worked hard and given us her all. She has a great attitude, and she is continuously offering encouragement to her teammates. She works hard off the field as well, in the classroom and in her job, and is a great example to her younger sister. Her attitude is contagious, and we know she will continue to do great things. Congrats, Angel. Elizabeth. Do you all want to talk about?
What do you want me to say?
Whatever you want.
She's amazing.
Yes.
Yes, Fizz.
Perfect.
She's amazing.
Elizabeth has been a member of the varsity team for 4 years and a JV player for 1. She has played on the back line for all 4 years, helping to secure a solid defensive line. She has a tendency to suffer the oddest injuries, and we joke that she should be placed in a bubble. She tries to hide her injuries, but I think she finally learned her lesson this year that Jenny and I will find out if you're hurt, and if you're trying to sneak an injury past us. That's not a good idea. Elizabeth has been very quiet throughout her years on the team until this year. She actually spoke to me without me having to ask her a question. I know. She's a fun teammate, and as you heard earlier, is always up to no good. We will miss you. We will miss trying to figure out what's going on with you, and it will be weird not hearing Fizz on the field. We wish you the best in your future. Congrats, Elizabeth. Next, we have Emily. Emily has been a member of the varsity team for 2 years after coming over from Henry Clay.
Thanks for coming to the good side, Em.
She was surprised right away with the Douglas program and all the things it encompasses. Emily did not enjoy the preseason conditioning and made us aware of that right away. She blended in even though we changed her name right away when she joined the team, but she also made sure it was Emily for her senior year. She has played all over the field for us and filled in where needed. Emily did a great job this year playing the 6 and nailing free kicks when we needed them the most, as well as serving up great corner kicks when Kylie was catching her breath on the sideline. There might be more. Emily, even though your shoelaces wear me out, I totally get the superstitions. Emily, we will miss that attitude and the daily reminder that pain is mental. Good luck and congratulations. And yes, your pumpkin is still in my front yard. Kylie. Kylie has been a member of the varsity team for 4 years and named team captain this year. She made the switch from a part-time goalkeeper field player to a full-time field player and made sure to remind us that quite frequently. Kylie has dealt with numerous injuries throughout her 4 years, but has learned how to deal with them and give us the best she can for her limited time. She has worked hard to develop a great shot and has taken pride in serving up great corner kicks even when she can't breathe.
There you go.
There you go. Kylie always gave us everything she had, no matter what, and begged to let us play her, even though Jenny kept telling her no. She is a great teammate and leader that has shown our youngest players what it means to push through, even when you don't think you can. Kylie is never afraid to ask if the team can get certain gear, do certain activities, or simply say under her breath that practice is canceled tomorrow, right, Coach? Anytime I ask the captains about something, she's always ready and willing to get the ball rolling. Kylie, you have had a great career, and we will miss watching the clock to get you a sub before we have to do the sideline routine. We're not going to demonstrate. Kylie, it's been a pleasure coaching you, and we wish you the best at Hanover. Congrats. Next is Hannah. Hannah has been a member of the varsity team for 3 years and team captain this year after coming over from Bryan Station. She had a bit of a rough start as she waited for her eligibility clearance and recovered from a knee surgery. But after that, she earned her spot and became a key player in our program. Hannah always gives the extra effort and makes sure that everyone is included and feels welcome. She has been a leader on the field this year and was a big part of our successes. She is a player of emotion, as we like to call her. For example, on her birthday at Western Hills on a cold, rainy night, things were not going so well for us in the first half. She came off the field, didn't talk to anyone, and stood under the scoreboard with her hands on her hips for a few minutes. She then came over and let me know about her frustrations. She was mad and upset and confused and wanted to fix it all at the same time. This is truly who Hannah is. She wears her emotions on her sleeve and wants to do the best she can for herself and others. We talked, and then she came out and scored 4 goals in the second half. We won big, and she was happy. Go figure. It has been 3 years of ups and downs, but that's what made you into the player and person you are. We will miss this emotion and desire to succeed. We know you will do great things in your future. Best of luck, Hannah. Next is Haley. Haley has been a member of the varsity team for 4 years, a JV player for 1 year, and team captain for the past 2 years. From her freshman year, Haley has been an impact player and has been a big part of our program's successes. Haley is the ultimate die-hard player. She will give her all and literally collapse on the field, as we have seen a few times. She has fought through nagging injuries as she has always pushed herself to the max. She demands a lot from herself as well as from her teammates and wants nothing but success for everyone. Her competitive drive frustrates other teams and drives them crazy as she annoys them because she will do whatever it takes to stop them or create chances for her teammates. Haley can go from dancing to stone cold in a second and always keeps us all on our toes as we don't know if she is being silly or serious and yelling at us. Just remember, you younger kids, don't be late getting to the field. We know she does not like that. She is not afraid to go out of her comfort zone and take on new challenges like roller coasters. She loves them. Haley would be there for anyone no matter what and truly cares deeply about each and every one of her teammates. I appreciate that she shares a love for sunglasses like I do and notices when I get a new pair. We would truly miss your competitive spirit and dance moves. We are excited for your future. Best of luck at Ferris State. Congrats, Haley. She got in trouble. Last but certainly not least, Grace. Grace has been a member of this program for 5 years, with her first being her mom's right-hand helper with the concession stand duties when we first started out. She was on JV for 2 years, the varsity team for 1 year, and this year team manager, as she was unable to play due to injury. Grace brings a whole nother level to the team that cannot be matched. She has become a great stat keeper. Even when I think it's questionable or she didn't see it, she replies, "I got it, coach." Grace is fun to have on the sideline and always keeps Jenny company whether she wants it or not. She laughs at most of my jokes and keeps my spirits in check even when things aren't going well. Grace was a coach on the bench and set the tone for the sidelines each game. We've had a lot of fun over the past year, and even though you couldn't play this year, we were so glad you decided to still be a part of the team. We will miss the antics and attitudes, and we know you will have a blast at whatever you decide to pursue in your future. We wish you the best. Congrats. Hey, we all hope give them. They also have senior gifts. I forgot.
Oh, I wonder what. It's not paper. Get it right. Come on. It's our band. Oh, what you said? This is so cute. Got mine again.
All right, seniors, if y'all can come line up over here somewhere. No, just with yourselves, nothing in your hand. We have a special gift for you all.
Scoot down just a little bit so Haley's not in the picture. Scoot down a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
you want me to do that?
Yeah, come over
Is it
here,
warm in
because
there?
that way you're not in there. Yeah, that's better. I'm gonna go to the other side. You do stand out, so that's a compliment, Grace. One more. Stephanie, we'll do it. I'm waiting. Not perfect. I'm fine.
Okay, we have a special gift for you all. It's the first time that we've done this. And I was back and forth a lot, so just be happy. Whether you're like, no, we're not going to the beach, no, you're not getting money here. So, no.
Do something.
After 17 years, it didn't work.
All right. Y'all are getting your jerseys.
Hang on.
Mom, you turn on the camera.
All right. Tara, didn't think you were going to get yours?
Yeah, I already have one.
Yours was hanging in your closet.
Were you in my room?
Yep. Unfortunately. I about tripped on the way out. I literally
walked there and went. That's that aroma from the scene. Okay, so I'm almost done, so you'll be happy about that.
No, because we're next.
Oh. Just a few people that I want to thank. Coach Chris has already thanked some of you all, but it takes a lot of people to make this program a success, and a lot of times these are the people that do all the dirty work that nobody wants to do. Now what are you laughing at? This table should have been moved. Thank you to our board members. Y'all can stand up and give Secretary Amy Silver, Treasurer Becky, Vice President Stacy, President Stephanie, Member at Large, Jackie Green. Thank you all. Thank you to everybody that serves on any of our committees, like coaches already talked about, Car Wash, Gatlinburg, Spirit, Sign Up to Work Shifts, Banquet Committee, Community Service, Fundraising, the list goes on. So thank you all you parents. Really much appreciate it. We have two administrative people here that we want to thank tonight, because without their help, they keep me in line and keep all my paperwork and all that kind of good stuff with me not being in the building. I rely on these two a lot to keep us going in the right direction. So our bookkeeper, Casey, over here, stand up, Casey. He does more than you all know, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much. And then our athletic director, Jeremy Delaney. Trainer Jenny couldn't be here with us. She was supposed to be, but she's helping her parents move. So it's not always bad, Grace. So anyways, I'll thank Trainer Jenny even though she's not here. She keeps us healthy. She gets us back on the field as quickly and safely as possible. Thank you for your endless laughs, great conversations, and support. Thank you for making the hard days a little easier for all of us. Her support and dedication to these girls in this program is very much appreciated, and we love our trainers. Thank you to Coach Chris, Coach Des, Coach Kennedy, and Coach Adam. I'm extremely grateful for your time and commitment to this program and to these players. You all take time away from your families, your jobs, and your lives to help make my job easier. Thank you for leaving work early, missing family commitments, covering other coaches when they cannot be at practice or a game, and the list goes on. Thank you for embracing many of my crazy ideas and telling me when I need to keep my mouth shut at the sideline. Thank you for taking the yellow for me when it's needed. You truly care about these girls in this program, and I appreciate you all. Coach Chris, the last 5 seasons with you as our JV coach and varsity assistant have been unmatched. You have given endless hours to this program, talked me out of many crazy formations, practice ideas, etc., and become more vocal so you draw the cards instead of me now. You have been a wonderful coach and mentor to these players, and I know they will cherish these years forever. It certainly will not be the same without you, and honestly very weird not to have you there on the sideline to discuss beards with the refs prior to the game to make sure that we get on their good side before we start. In all seriousness, thank you for everything you have done to help build this program. You will be missed dearly. And we have something for Coach Chris, but usually you got it. Okay, this is for Coach. Yep.
Can you open it?
Pop it out of there, Coach. What it says. Coach Chris, we greatly appreciate your hard work and dedication over the past 5 years, helping to build the Frederick Douglass girls soccer program. And I think we got all the girls to sign. If not, y'all can sign after this. So this is for Coach. Lastly, thank you to my family and my parents. I simply cannot do this job without the help and sacrifices that you all make for me to be able to do a job that I love. The late nights and early mornings are not easy for a busy family of 6, but I truly appreciate Adam and my kids understanding and being okay with their mom being a soccer coach. It was special for me to have Anna. Okay, that's all. Okay, seniors, I think we're up.
I think she was gonna say she loved it.
Hello.
Hello.
So all of the seniors were given a coach. Well, we weren't given, but we decided what coach we wanted to talk about tonight. And me and Ann have Coach Chris, and so I'm going to read Ann's part first, and then I'll read mine. Ann says, "You have been an amazing coach. Doing goalie drills is something that I will never forget. Not only did it make me a better goalie, but it made me a better person. You taught me that even though you're worn out, you can't accomplish anything if you don't push yourself. Even though I've only known you for a year, I saw how much you contributed to the team, and you will be missed. The way you care for everyone on the team is amazing. You always want us to get better because you know that we can achieve great things. You have taught me so much about soccer and life that I should never give up. I'm sorry, I can't read today. Thank you for all that you've done for me. I'm so lucky to have had you as a coach." And I am saying, I'm actually mad at the girls because I was told very late that he was leaving. Nobody told me. And when Haley told me, my heart literally dropped. I will always remember the first time I knew you were a coach at Banquet Douglas. It was a game against Douglas and Lafayette, and when I was in 8th grade. He told me that I should come play for Douglas, and little did I know I'd end up right where he asked me to. I want to say thank you for pushing us to our limits during conditioning. I think I speak for all the girls when I say that your conditionings are scarier than Adam's. Thank you, Coach, for always talking to me about what I can improve on during our games, and then bringing my confidence back up. Thank you for convincing me to continue to play on the team my junior year. You have been an amazing coach to both varsity and JV, and have a true gift leading our younger girls to an undefeated season. We appreciate you very much and hope that you continue to impact other people's lives as much as you have impacted us. Don't forget that you have a whole soccer family here in Lexington, and that Cooper will always have some awesome big sisters that will always be there for him no matter what.
So it's senior season, and it's been a really special year for especially all of our girls. But one of the reasons that made it so special for us this year is because the people that we were surrounded by. Specifically, one of those people, and as soon as I start describing her, I'm sure you'll realize who it is. She's always wearing her on-cloud tennis shoes. Her hair is always in a big, bright colored clip, and says perfect at least 50 times in one day. But she's also someone who constantly puts a smile on our faces each day, Coach Kennedy. She didn't just come to our games, but she also came to the way too early morning practices and the hot evening practices that we all dreaded. She may have wished she wasn't there some mornings, but regardless, she showed up. She played with us on the field, filled in when the teams run even, and gave us advice for on and off the field. She always did what we needed, and even if it was taking the sacrifice of yelling at the terrible refs or sometimes holding Coach Banquet back. But she has been much more than just a coach. Whether she was telling us that we were perfect, a queen, or just straight up stupid sometimes, she always gives the best advice. I'm so incredibly grateful that Candy came to our team not only as a coach, but as a crazy, perfect friend. We'll miss you and your sideline shenanigans like crazy, and love you tons. Stay perfect.
So since Elizabeth and I can't do anything by ourselves, we both decided to say a few words about Miss Kennedy. Soon to be known as a teacher, but always a coach to us. Saying I'll miss you next year is an understatement. Since I couldn't play this season, I was on the bench for every practice and every game. That's a lot of time, especially for two people that talk a lot about God knows what. She was a very important part of the team this season, because she would always be there to talk about absolutely everything to anyone and tell you any choice you make is never a bad one, because everyone's perfect, but also would step up for the team in any circumstance, and would help just about anywhere she could. This season went by way too fast, but from our post-game chats to antisocial early mornings, from having a long night out on the town, you have made it a memorable season. I'll miss you. Love you forever. Don't forget you're perfect.
I definitely didn't forget my speech at home today. So I think that is God's way of telling me that it wasn't good enough. So I'm sure you're asking what I'm planning on doing, and the answer is I wrote it about 30 minutes ago. So this one is for you guys. Hope it doesn't suck that bad.
I didn't know to speak to you then.
Actually, Des said that she wasn't very good at public speaking, but we all see how that turned out. Mine will probably go very differently. Des, you have been such an inspiration to all of us since the first moment you came into practice. You make us all laugh with all your hobby horse videos and cheering us on after anything, absolutely anything that we do. I'll always miss our making battles and film sessions at Starbucks and your motivational speeches before games and even during practices. I wish I had more than 1 year with you. I know we have all improved so much this year from your coaching. Seems we have a...
You're ruining my moment.
No. I know we have all improved so much this year from your coaching, and we all love you so much. I wish that our season didn't have to end the way it did. We love you and will miss you. Thank you for everything you've done for each and every one of us.
Coach Megan, these few words cannot even begin to express my gratitude for everything you have done for this team and me. Sure, you have a tough way of showing your love sometimes, but deep down, I know this team means more to you than most of us will ever even begin to know. From all the early mornings, the sacrifices you have made with your family, and all the time you put into this program, your love for each and every one of us is extremely evident. Without any of those things, none of us would be standing here the people we are today. You've impacted each and every single one of our lives so much through your leadership, words of wisdom, and work ethic. I'm especially grateful for the impact that you have had on me. You pushed me to be the best player I could be and taught me to be confident in the player I was. You believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. I know that you will be on my side and always be willing to fight for me no matter what. You have helped me to get through some of the hardest times in my life by simply just being willing to talk. You have turned into so much more than just a coach. You are now my friend. I know that I can go to you about anything, and you will give me the honest answer, even if it's not always what I want to hear. I know that if I want a good laugh, all I have to do is call you. Thank you for everything that you have done for me and continue to do. Thank you for the opportunities you have provided me with, and for always making my success one of your top priorities. Thank you for all of your countless hours that you have poured into this program. I owe all of my accomplishments on the pitch to you. I'm so thankful to have had you a part of my soccer career. I will miss being your player, but I know that you will always be a part of my life. Also, I'm still holding out for that drink when I turn 21.
So this is going to be very short because Jenny's not here, but we feel like she still deserves some recognition because of all of our ailments that she decided that she fixes for us. So.
This is what I said. It won't make much sense since she's not here, but I said. I said, Jenny, I've only known you for 2 years, but I'd just like to say I've been to a lot of athletic trainers, and none of them tape ankles or tape knees as good as you. You always allowed us to talk about whatever we needed, even if it had nothing to do with injuries. You allowed us another safe space to talk to each other and even to you. I know I'm not the easiest person to deal with the low pain tolerance mixed with the sarcasm and attitude. I even appreciate the times where I just needed a, "You're fine, get up." When I would fall, I knew you'd be there, even if I was laughing while crying. I know I gave you a hard time, but I truly appreciate all the work you've done, not just for me, but for the whole team. And I'm also really excited to intern with you next semester.
Okay, so I forgot to bring my phone up here. So, it's okay. She's not here anyway, so I'm going to do it differently. It's fine. Okay. So, over the past 4 years, I spent a lot of time with Jenny. A lot of time, as Coach liked to mention a few
Jenny is someone that's not just gonna like help you get better for the field, she's gonna help you become a better person. The more time you spend with her, like the more you talk to her about, she will talk to you about anything. And she's going to help you become a better person on and off the field. That is all.
Your gifts are over there.
Becky, are you ready? Okay, Becky is gonna just give us a little bit of a rundown of some of our things that our boosters club has done and where we are at this point. She's gonna be pretty brief, so I made her do this. So, hey, here you go.
Yeah. Public speaking is not my thing. I'm not good at it, but much worse than Des. So I am Becky. I'm the treasurer for this year on the board, and I just basically wanted to say thanks to everybody, to all the parents, grandparents, players, everybody. You guys have made the season very successful as far as coming out and working the concessions and the car wash and all of the events that we've had that have allowed us to raise enough funds to do all of the things that we did this year. We got to do a lot of things, starting with buying new uniforms, Gallenberg tournament, Kings Island. We were really fortunate to have as much support as we have. And you girls, you got to understand how lucky you are. Not all of the kids in Fayette County or anywhere have the support that you have. So definitely make sure that you're thanking your parents, coaches, family, everybody that's come out and support the team this year. That's pretty much all I have. I will say that we do have the backpack program coming up. So if you are able and willing to participate in donating food and canned goods and everything that we need for the backpack program, I guess we have signed up for 60 backpacks to support students at Jesse Clark Middle School. If you are interested in helping out with that, you can contact Amy Stamper or Kristen Fisher or myself for more information on that. So, great year. Thank you.
And now that our seniors have uniforms, you're gonna have to fundraise more because everybody needs uniforms. Kennedy and Des have little something else. Forgot.
Yeah, and it's not about y'all. It's about the Real Class Act, which is the halftime shows that we were blessed to see this year. I don't know if you guys stuck around, maybe you were busy getting yelled at, but there's some talent out there, all right? So some of these kids aren't here. I think only one of them is here. So I'll invite that kid up, and that is Ellie Mae. Where are you at, girl? Thank you for always dancing and having a good time, and we'll say the others that were always around. That's Layton, who's very, very much loved. Finley and Sully, Teddy Coombs, and then Ava and Amelia, of course. So if the parents want to come up and grab them, please take the trophies home to them and let them know that we really appreciate the entertainment every game. Come on up and grab these trophies, guys.
Yeah, one last thing, girls. These are gifts for me, to all of you. So, nobody knows what these are except for me. Nobody knows what these are. All right, JV players first. Hadley, Ashley, Ella, Gabby Barnes, Veda. Yeah, you don't have to clap. You can at the end. Ellie, Sophie, Avery. Yeah, don't open it until everybody gets them. Anna, Gabby Dobson, Kate, Piper, Trixie, Rachel.
Don't open it.
All right, varsity players. Kendall, Jordan, Jason, your real name, Jordan, Faith,
Never let that one down.
Maria, Olivia, Molly. Too fast. Kylie, Elizabeth, Sydney. No, don't throw it. Breakable. Maggie, Ava, Grace, Emily, Emma, Brittany, Jillian, Riley, PM. That's the first time I called you that all night. Hannah, Haley, Marisol, Angel, Taryn, Savannah, Maddie. All right, open away.
Taryn, we got another one. Yes! I love Christmas ornaments. I need another tree. I gotta have another tree now. I have like 5 trees. I have a pink pig in my front yard. I have a hippo.
Okay, girls, if you already got a letter previous years, you need to come get your bar. Not if you lost them. No, you don't get one. Okay, anything else, Coach?
Already spoke.
Okay, anybody else want to say anything? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, thanks guys. Love you guys. Miss you.
Oh. Okay, so hi guys. Hey baby. Congrats on the season. Okay, good.
Hey, Kayla, can you break it down one time for us? Yeah, real loud so people downstairs get real confused.
Lay down.
Just kidding, hold on, there's something else.
What? Yeah, no, can you?
Yeah. So yeah, Sydney, Julianne, over here. So our program is not going to be the same without you guys next year. Obviously, that's you guys are going to leave a big hole. Oh, Haley, what? Laugh at someone up here talking.
She did to me too, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's going to be very, very hard, okay, without you guys. Because you guys, yeah, okay, I don't really know. Just, yeah, you talk. Something will happen.
No, as she said, we're going to miss you guys so much. I know everyone here, all the JV girls, all the varsity girls, we're going to miss you more than words can describe. You have been so good to us, not only on the field, but off the field as well, giving us all someone to talk to if we need help with homework, if we just need someone to talk about anything in school, at soccer practice. Just thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for the impact you've had on each and every one of us. I know I can speak for everyone whenever I say that not only do you pick us up as a player, but emotionally and as a person. Taryn, thanks for the text. But yeah, thanks for just encouraging us and being literally like our entire starting lineup. We're gonna miss you guys and contributing like all of our points this year. Thank you.
I have gotten to spend a lot of time with some of these girls this past season. Whether it be on Sonic trips, go hang out with Robert, our best friend. He gives us free nerds. He's a worker there. Or go watch some other team's game just to yell at the refs, honestly. I love you all so much. I just want to name drop. So, Taryn, Grace, Elizabeth, Emily, and Kylie, Haley, Angel, and Anne. You all. I said Hannah. Well, you guys have been such leaders on and off the field, and I will miss you all so much.
Wait, I know what I'm going to say now. I know what I'm going to say now. Okay, guys. So, you guys, sorry. So you guys have been like my big sisters, even since the time when I was on JV. Like, I always looked up to you guys on and off the field, like always people I could talk to. And it's like, I keep saying it's going to be so different, like, without you guys, because it is. Like, now we're going to be the oldest, we're going to be the seniors, and like that's just like, hello, I'm the senior now? What? Like, after we leave this banquet, like, I'm a senior. Not really. Okay, listen, I don't mean that. Okay, listen, like on the team, and it's just weird not with you guys. Like, I love you guys. Okay, moral story, I love you guys, and I'm forever thankful for. Okay, sophomore, like. Oh yeah, we've all aged up barely. Okay, I just love you guys, and we've had a good season.